Yeah, as you can see, I need to clean my car. But when you're living in your car, I don't know if you can see back there, you don't really have a choice as far as organization. The bottles are for hydration and so on. I am about to go to the dollar store and get some canned food for lunch and so on. When you have no refrigeration, canned food is really the only option when you know you're not going to be able to cook. Yeah. And if you look down there, you see a transient kid. You know he's a transient because not from first glance, but because at 3 o'clock in the morning he's still here. All right. I'm gonna let you go.
Alex, come on now.
Protein is more important than any carbs. A lot of people think that the dollar store is a joke, but it's actually the fundamental food resource for most of the homeless of this area. In the chilled section, you can get over a day's serving of protein or with $1, which most people don't even realize. So if you go shopping every day, right before you eat, you can actually get away with not having a refrigerator. I can cook most of this stuff in a Dutch oven. And I happen to love those veggie burgers. So yeah, this is a fundamental part of the trials that open up the doors to human trafficking. No refrigeration, lack of experience, a complete breakdown in social and economic wellness is a perfect storm for a young woman or a young man to end up literally enslaved. Okay, so I ended up with the veggie burgers and a pack of bagels. Simple enough lunch, but the veggie burgers were frozen. That is until I put them on the dashboard and turned on the heater and drove to work. The nice thing about prepared food like this, even the burritos that you see in the freezer section from El Monterey, are fully cooked vegetable matter. It's not actually meat. Meaning you don't have to actually have it completely defrosted to eat. And it's high enough in protein to keep you going. One thing that I've noticed with the youth that are targeted for human trafficking is when they get any kind of money through panhandling or whatever, they go to these stores and they buy junk food, nothing but junk food. Hostess, Twinkies, cupcakes, candy, all kinds of sugar, energy drinks. And when you're out in the elements, especially when you're trying to stay warm, sugar kills. The reason is that processed sugar burns very quickly in your body. As it burns, it draws heat away from your body. So they can't maintain a decent body temperature in extreme conditions because they don't have enough protein in their diet. They don't have the experience enough to know that that's what actually they need. So their primary objective is to get off the street, seek shelter. Well, that's understandable. Very understandable. But that's also the rub. They tend to hook up with somebody that will offer them a place in exchange for usually sexual favors, and then somewhere along the way they ended up being traded like a baseball card. And eventually they don't know any other way. Most of them aged out of the foster care system, not prepared for life in general, much less life without shelter. Most of them never even considered the idea that they would be thrown away by our society. I mean, that's an horrible idea. And as a kid, you don't even want to think about that. But that's exactly what happens. Once you turn 18, you're on your own. Your foster parents lose funding, so you're on the street. Now, there are exceptions. Every now and then you actually find a foster parent that will adopt the child. Or just keep them in the house until they can get on their feet at their own expense. Far and few between. For the most part, this is what makes up 80% of trafficking victims in North America. Usually, the story goes that you're dealing with a upper middle class, spoiled runaway that had no idea how to survive. Survival instincts kick in, and a predator comes across them, and the next thing you know, they're in the ring. They're being traded from one pedophile to another, but they're aged out, so they're not necessarily minors. Especially if they're upper middle class runaways, they could very well be 16 or whatever, but not always. It could be 21 or whatever. They don't have an age group for, say, just the desire to be free of an overprotective set of parents that never prepared them for life. All right. I'm about to go into Living Hope Church, and they offer a meal on Sundays for the community. It's geared toward the homeless, but everybody's welcome. And I'm really hoping to get some interviews. So that's where I'm at.
Well, this is Rogue. This is the Pathfinder that I've been living in for the past 3 months. Alright, it is Sunday, April 28th, about 10:30. It's sunny, but it's still pretty moderate in temperature. There's not a cloud in the sky, though. It's beautiful. And I am going to walk from the parking lot that I've been parking my car in to Living Hope Church, which isn't too far away, and hopefully be able to interview some people. So the next edit is hopefully going to be me walking up or standing in line to get some food. Like I said yesterday, if you're willing to eat with people, they tend to trust you a little bit more. Okay, I know we're almost there. I need to make an excerpt. I'm actually going to be asking questions about a couple. The guy's name is Paul, who goes by the street name Country, and his girl is Candy. I had dinner with them 2 days ago at Orchards Park, and nobody has seen them since. I am going to avoid any conversation about trafficking or whatever unless it comes up by the person that I'm talking to. All right. I'm almost around the corner. Living Hope Church is one of the many Protestant churches that have moved in the strip malls, which is kind of funny if you ask me, coming from a Catholic perspective. But honestly, considering the need for locations that the Archdiocese of Seattle is feeling right now, the Protestants might actually have something going there. Well, see here. I really hope I have the footage because, yeah, I have a feeling I ran out of space again. No, I didn't. I needed to trust in my system. Okay. I'm kind of shy about actually doing this with the active camera because, well, to be truthful, this is a good way to get your ass kicked out here. All right. Coming up on Living Hope Church now.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul. How you doing? Yeah, I had lunch with you Wednesday.
Okay, the gentleman's a beanie, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't have a cigarette.
Hi, man. How you been, man?
I need a light though.
All right.
Good.
All right, who's got a light, Dad?
You have a lighter, though?
Got a light?
Yeah, you.
Take it. Thank you.
Oh.
Well,
You get a
punch
big
myself in the eye.
take. Fuck.
I do that again. I do it
I'll
again.
punch myself in the eye if you don't take it back. What's that?
Hey, Paul, do you know a couple?
That'd be cool.
Do you know a couple out here? The guy goes by the name Country, and the girl's name is Candy.
I know a guy named Cash. I just need a light.
You know a guy named Cash,
Yeah, thank you.
but not Country,
Oh,
huh?
I think, yeah, I know Cash. I know Country.
Okay.
I was maybe hoping you got them mixed up. But either way, I don't know where any of them are, and I've never heard of the other guy.
Okay.
I thought Cash was with the Candy. He was like a long, reddish, blondish hair, curly hair guy. Because that's Cash.
No,
Okay, then. My bad.
unless he shaved his head.
Why aren't you driving your truck?
I still got it, but the tire wobbles real bad, and I gotta have to tear it apart.
Yeah.
But, well, I got two pieces of shit. I gotta get to work, so.
Yeah. Oh, you work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so I would have worked from day one, but I had to find a fucking job with insurance. It took forever. It took years, man. Yeah. Because every time I asked, they didn't want to give it to me. They got scared.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck. You know, I went to those job meetings and they're like, hey, don't, just trying to say this. How? I'm not going to not say that. What kind of fucking country is this? I need some goddamn help and I'm willing to work for it. You don't want to give it to me?
Right.
I got pissed. Fuck you guys, and I left.
Yeah.
It's the country. It's fucking shit, dude. And I'm okay
Basically.
with free healthcare. It's fucking wrong. I'm willing to work for myself.
I'm okay with free
Yeah.
healthcare too because I'm still alive.
Yeah, that's it makes me help to keep me alive.
Hey, and this is the first time they didn't give me generic
That's why I
drugs.
was homeless.
They gave me
Fucking-
prednisone,
I'm
the real
killing
stuff.
Because I'm gonna lose this.
They didn't give me the delta zone. They gave me the
Um,
prednisone. They gave me the real antibiotics this time instead of
You
the
need a
knockoff.
You need a place to tear your
They
tire
made me
off.
feel like they cared.
No, not just tires. It's the whole fucking front end. It's what one goes down. But it still drives for now, so I'm okay. And I plan on getting another one and getting rid of that. But I want to make sure I have another one.
Do you have a way to look up a company? Guy's company's name is Edumacated Redneck. He works out of his house.
Does he have a place? Because I work. I've never taken my car to shop. I change the motors and everything. You build them.
He'll give you access to the stuff if I talk to him.
Oh. Hey, you know, in Utah, that's cool. In Utah, they got places it's just a garage, you know, and you can rent it per day and shit, with all the tools and everything. That's fucking cool. I don't know if they have one out here, but they need one.
They should. They really should. I mean, you pull it.
I like to pull it.
Used to actually let you do that, but now we just don't have the room. I mean, they're stacking cars.
Yeah. I'm such a big car guy, though. Oh, no. I think... Are you a car guy, too?
A little bit.
I used to like working on them. And I'm like, I don't like working on them when I want to, not when I have to.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
A little bit. I stay away from the computer shit.
They're not fun. It's nice when you don't spend a lot and you get fixed.
Yeah.
They're not fun to work on. They're not fun to diagnose. Chasing codes, man. What
Mhm.
you doing? They're helpful, but sometimes they just go round and round.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know I like to draw cars. I used to do that.
Yeah.
I love drawing cars. That's my thing. The reason I draw is because I can't build them. I want to build them.
I just bought some more ink paper and a set of brush pens.
Is it colored paper or regular? White?
It's regular white. It's Bristol. It's the waxy coated stuff, so the ink just sits on top, and yeah.
My favorite is it's called Canson. It's bleed proof, but it's cotton like a dollar.
Oh.
Like that.
Oh yeah.
It's really hard to find at any of the places. You almost have to always order it online or get a small Canson paper, and it's cotton and paper mix. It's pretty shit. It's all the real pros use it. All the art schools, they use that shit.
Right.
But I might as well just get a laptop, man, because I don't have to fuck with that. You know, it's all your tools right there, man.
Yeah, I like
And you
I
can make
like
it look
that.
like it's not. You can make it look handmade. I talk a lot. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, you can. You can really play with it. I actually use a tablet for that kind of stuff.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I told you that I was writing a book about all this.
You
And,
did. How's it coming along?
pretty good. Pretty good.
You gonna post it or charge or what you doing? Should I get?
I'm going to put a digital version out for free.
What about doing one of those where they kind of just give you money if they like it, kind of thing, like a donation deal?
Basically, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
If it hits some people, they're willing to do it. I'd do it.
That's what I'm talking about. But I'm also, because it is so heavily illustrated, I'm also going to do a hardback cover.
Yeah. Sure.
And a lot of it is little illustrations, not just photographs and stuff.
Yeah.
So you don't even know who the couple is.
I don't.
Wow.
I really don't. I don't know as many people as a lot of people do out here.
Well, you and I both work full-time jobs, so
Yeah, I gotta work tomorrow. I'm not excited about that.
I'm starting a 4-day weekend.
I just finished mine. Well, finishing, you know. I think Americans, and this is, they work too fucking much. It's only one life, dude. And another, I think it's Denmark, where they share the wealth. You only work so much.
Yeah, I kind of share the same philosophy. I'm in the same boat you are, living out of my car and stuff. But Monday, and you're welcome to come. I'm going to be cooking a Dutch oven meal at Orchards Park around noon. Feed as many people as I can.
Yeah.
Gotta do something with the money I'm making. And I mean, if I didn't spend it that way, I'd probably buy some stupid game or something. I don't recognize anybody out here today. Hey, you remember the guy I was talking to in the line on Wednesday with the dog?
I don't.
You don't. Well, then the next question is pretty ambiguous.
What's that?
If you don't remember him, asking if you've seen him isn't.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because we were talking about some things that he's seen out here that I'd like to get some clarifications on.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You wouldn't do the drug thing either, I don't.
No.
You know what's funny though? I still think that all drugs should be legalized, and I don't use drugs. But the thing is, I know some people can use them responsibly, some people can't. I've been in a boat where I needed to use because I couldn't get doctors to listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't sleep. I was up for 14 days nonstop. I was literally going insane. I went to a minivan, and nothing was helping me. I was going to kill myself. It was fucking horrible. So I had to resort to just pills.
Honestly, I'm kind of to that spot right now. I mean, living out here, you kind of go on in a constant.
It wasn't even a wink of sleep, dude.
Not even a wink.
Not off, dude. My body, it's shut. It was not producing what it needed.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's uncommon, but it's not unheard of.
No,
it's funny because they said the world record's 11. I beat it. Not proud of it. Good quarter. Fucking nightmare. I don't. I just gave my change to somebody. What's his name? Must be trying to buy a smoke, huh?
Very true. I went to go in. Yeah, exactly. I went to go into the church. They're flat out no bags. If you go over to that building, you can check it and come in here to go to church.
Your handbag?
Yeah.
Control things. They've got to do. They're going to make us feel important.
Well,
I mean, there are.
I'm not gonna bite the hand that feeds you. You know.
Sure.
I mean, it's their property. They
Yeah.
But at the same time, when place, things were very different. But he got sick and had to step down.
Yeah.
Very different.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't want to leave my bag with somebody.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
because they don't really inspect it on the way. They just have to grab stuff someplace. They'll grab your bag.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Got.
It's still there. My truck's still there.
It's still there. Mm-hmm.
I gotta move it all the time. There's a lot of problems since they closed Walmart. I'm afraid to get it. Because they don't even want anybody. They just take them, dude. They just take them. And they take them.
Oh,
Even tag them.
I actually have footage of a guy sleeping in his car.
They were towing it.
The tow
did
truck
that.
driver didn't even pay attention to whether or not somebody was in there, and he put it on the bed.
Me and my girlfriend were in there. And all of a sudden, I hear walking around, and he starts backing up. I'm like, I'm like, oh, hey. And I said, dude, we're in here. He goes, the police are called. Leave now. And I had to fucking push start my goddamn thing. So I wouldn't fire, and I had to get someone to jump me. And they're like, you want us from wall? I said, no, I just need to get it fired up before they tell it. And it was a fucking horrible, man.
Oh, man.
Nobody, if you have to do your job, fine. But why resort to power tripping, control freak fucking rudeness? It's immature, it's selfish, it's stupid.
It is. It very much is. But at the same time, I think a lot of it is out of fear. They're trying to intimidate
But
you before they.
You're
I
smarter
know.
than that. That's the thing. They just look like an ass.
I
Like
know.
when cops losing ball, it's like, does anybody go, oh no, they're thinking, oh, what a fucking dick. I'm gonna
Mhm.
obey him because I don't want any problems, but they see right through that shit.
Yeah.
If you don't, then I don't think it's very common. A lot of people see that shit.
I think the power trip is basically posturing for dominance,
It is.
and
Egotism.
yeah,
And some of it's borderline, check this out, it's borderline sadism. People like to hurt people for enjoyment.
yeah,
Almost every single one, there's a shitload of them. Oh, I do boxing in the week. Oh, I'm fucking 10 degree or whatever degree black belt. They love beating the shit out of people.
there's only 4.
Yeah.
I know.
It was off.
There's only 4.
I mean, how old are you? They're still like 9. I used to like playing ninja when I was like 9 or 10. I grew out of that. They have it. That's scary.
I taught karate in high school, and then I joined the Legion.
But you don't like beating people up, do you?
No.
Okay, so there's a difference there.
No, but my point is, I taught karate in high school, and I joined the Legion.
I take that. Those guys were big.
Yeah,
It's a rear-wheel drive. That was what I got now. You got a rear-wheel drive truck, right?
I got a 4-wheel drive.
I just kind of scanned around. I was like, I don't know where his truck's at, but I'm not going to be nosy. So I didn't. But obviously you're good somewhere. I don't want to. It's crazy. Really, it don't matter to me.
Honestly, dude.
Right around the open
Honestly, I'm right next to you.
Really?
Yeah. I'm literally right next to you.
You got the best spot in the house, then.
Like 10 spots down.
Uh-huh.
I'm literally right next to you, and
I'm by that Crunch, or whatever the hell you call that building.
yeah, I figured that.
Walmart.
I think you also parked in between Jack in the Box and theater a couple times too. I could be wrong. But
Oh yeah, that's when I go into. Sometimes I just sit there, but that's during the day. Never at night. Or that kind of ball. Because I think that's public controlled. Because one time me and my girlfriend got it on in the parking lot, and we had a mag light in our face, and luckily it was just some security guard with the cars over there. Oh, can't be doing that. Ass up there. Oh, butt naked.
Yeah, exactly.
To be here anyway.
Oh man, yeah, exactly.
But see, he was cool about it. He's like, can't do this. Plain and simple.
Mhm.
I got the point. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
But I was trying to be private. There's a difference. It was like
There's a-
park with kids reading.
the Vancouver Plaza actually employs a security guard that is living in one of the trailers.
Oh.
Okay.
I knew they employed people. I didn't know
And I called him on it. He goes, or he's getting out of a trailer. He's in full uniform, Securitas, and he goes, "You look familiar." Yeah, I should.
It's like I see you on camera all the time. It's funny because they said, how many times I've heard from people who say, they're cracking down there. They got show trucks down there doing this. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. Hopefully it won't. No, I'm not going to get so comfortable with. But I think I told you that. You probably heard it. But they say they're always rushing people out. You and I have not been rushed out of here. They know. And Don in the movie said you don't. They know on camera that we're not doing anything wrong.
Well,
We don't do shit.
There's three things that they're actually looking for.
Drugs, alcohol.
Whether or not the car moves, which is ironic because I usually park next to a car. The car is immaculate. I mean, it looks like it was professionally detailed. Okay. Okay.
I did that before my cars went down.
It hasn't moved for 3 months.
They're cool there anyway.
I thought that maybe it was an employee of like.
Don't forget your book.
I used to be in school. I already read all that stuff.
Hey,
I know everything.
come grab that off my car.
I thought that it was
Fair not.
that it was like employee of Walmart, and then Walmart shut down.
They got the mobile dental van. I'm going to open a mobile mental van.
Oh,
There you go.
it'll be packed.
You guys ain't on the right medication.
Like that's all. You know, I have false completely. I don't have to worry about no toothaches.
I just had my tooth cracked.
What's that?
Too late, or I hit you with everything.
Yeah. You need to hit me with the unugly stick, damn it. Damn it. Oh, you cracked your tooth?
Yeah, I just had my tooth cracked.
That sucks. People laugh at me for false teeth. They rarely do, but if they do, the joke's on them, dude. I don't have to worry about toothaches somewhere. You probably got that coming. Not
Well, like I said, I was teaching karate when I was 16 years old, and it was before MLA. We were still doing full contact.
Yeah.
And then I joined the Legion. After 10 years of combat and 10 years in the ring, I've got microfractures. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Even with a mouthpiece, my teeth are gone.
Yeah. Dude, when they made my teeth, they were talking about they were sticking up. So I got like this thick of fucking that liner on it, and they were long teeth. I shaved them. It was horrible. I couldn't believe I turned them into sort of normal looking. It was horrible, dude. The trick is do not bite down. When they do that mold, don't bite down so tight. Because it's not going to sit that tight, and then they'll be up too high.
Oh man.
So just give them normal.
They actually look normal.
Do they?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it could be worse.
I didn't know.
Nice.
This is a completely different group of people than what I saw on Monday
I heard
or on
they're
Wednesday.
AA now or something. That's probably why. Someone said you're not allowed in there. It's only AA. I'm like, whoa, that must have just happened now.
Actually, they talked about that on Wednesday.
Okay, maybe that's why you see these new people. Because there used to be an AA over at this place called the Lighthouse. I'm sure you know of it by now.
Yeah.
I don't like it there. I tried going there, but I just wanted to go look to the social thing and just pass time and kick it with people. But if you don't drink alcohol, then they look down and you're like, okay. Well,
Like I said, Vancouver Plaza has this one spot that has everything that you would need, including the furniture, for a restaurant for lease. I'm like drooling over it every single time I pass because that's exactly what Vancouver needs. A place to get off the street.
just relax. You're not rushed around from place to place. And I fucking hate that, especially in the summer. You got to find shade all the time. You're hiding from the sun. It's annoying.
And then you're hiding from the people that seem to think that you're in the way. It's like,
Yeah, I've been yelled at and everything. Look out, you loser. I'm like, I need insurance. And even if I did have it and I just didn't want to work because I didn't like the system, am I hurting anybody? No. Go fuck yourself. But I don't say that.
but you do work.
Yeah, even if I didn't, that doesn't make a person different.
Yeah.
You know, because like I said, if everybody said, here's a piece of land, like you stake out your own land, cook on it, do whatever you want to do, there's going to be people that are working. They're going to be planning their stuff, doing what they want to do, but they're not working for the man. You have to deal with this political bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
It's control freak. That's all it is, a bunch of fucking ass kissing your way up the ladder. You can work your ass up at the same time. You gotta be inhuman almost. I work like this every day, like a fucking robot. And it's fucking disgusting, dude. All because somebody that runs the fucking show is gonna be control freak. Now you gotta do it or they're gonna label you and you ain't gonna get anywhere. This monetary system shit, dude. It's fucking shit.
It is. And it's meant to be.
Yeah, by the rich people, they want, like George Carlin said, they want obedient workers. They don't want someone that sits there that worries about, they're getting fucked over and how bad this is fucking over. That's stupid. Oh, I think I was in
Yeah. Are they opening doors yet?
Not yet.
This one was just yesterday, and that one that I commented on.
Okay. I don't see Doc. I don't see Candy. Don't see. There's a lot of people missing. Right. So.
Fun. Look at the beast with me.
I like it.
So does everyone else. $175 altogether there, completely, at the Home Depot across over there in Oregon.
And
But they had to buy the parts to it.
and they can
build
hook
it.
up to your bike.
Yeah, it can, yeah. I've seen someone else out there in Orchard that had one of these, but they had the rubber tires. I've got the solid tires. I had to pay another $100 to get a set of 4 altogether so I could pop it on here.
Nice.
The rubber tires popped somewhere along the trail, and as you can clearly see, the tread on these is also starting to go out too. That's what happened. With the rubber tires with the air ones,
Yeah.
the tread went out, and all of a sudden, pow! Sounded like a bloody gunshot going off, and that's what I thought it was too. I thought it was a gun.
I had that happen to my car tire, and I have a friend who's a mechanic, and he suggested when you get your new tires, take the stem out.
Yeah.
And fill it with that green slime that
I
seals
did.
it up automatically.
I filled it with the slime, but that still didn't fix it anyways. It still popped anyways.
Then they would have gone no matter what.
No, it would have gone no matter what. I mean, it was a hole that was that big.
Right.
So there was no way in hell that slime was going to fix that. A little puncture wound here and there, sure, maybe, yeah, that's fine. A simple puncture wound here and there, a nail or something, that'd be fine. Slime it up, it would just no problems.
Yeah.
Okay, but with a hole that big,
dude, it'll go no matter what.
Your tire's fried.
It'll go no matter what.
There's no way.
What's your name?
Goggles.
Tony. Nice to meet you.
No, I feel like a secret handshake.
Yeah, exactly.
What was that? I don't know.
I don't know. That was
Are you right here?
I'm right here.
Oh, you're right. Okay, we do it. You were there late night, right? You got paper shit.
All right. There's a lot of people.
Hey, dude, the way I see it, everybody eventually gets fed. Everybody gets their crap.
Exactly.
It doesn't really matter. It's a simple line. If someone cuts in front, everybody's going to have a fight. It doesn't make a difference. Everybody gets their shit. Unless you're the first one in line and you got to get a tent, a tarp, or something else like that, and you have to have that, then it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, I can't remember that for like 3 more months.
So, I've noticed a lot of people missing or just not seen out here, which is a good thing when you're talking about, I don't know, maybe they actually got a place or whatever. But
not always.
No, what the real case of it is the cops keep going down the bloody trails and they keep giving people tickets. Well, if you get a camping ticket, that's a $1,000 ticket and a straight trip to jail. If you don't go to jail, then you end up getting a ticket and you still have to go to court anyway, with the possibility of going to jail.
Good to know.
Oh, yeah. This, that's a single goggle.
Oh, but yeah.
Like a pirate patch, just goes over my eye. I don't see out of my right eye. I mean, I do, but I don't. My right eye is non-functional. I had 2 goggles here at one point and opted to switch it out for a single because I end up closing this eye whenever the sunshine hits it anyway. So I don't see out of it. I don't see out of my right eye.
Well,
I can look at it, but I can't really see.
you like see shadows or whatever?
No, it's astigmatism. So, sorry, well, I can see perfectly fine. I can see you straight out of the side. But if I open up this eye, you're slightly askew. This
Gotcha.
way. That's how my right eye sees, so I just don't look at it. Like, the only time I actually ever see out of it is when I'm here in the shadows, or when I'm wandering around at night and I can see stuff.
Gotcha.
My eyes are more night
I have
than they
a
are day, so
blind spot at 30 feet.
yeah.
My vision just dies literally at 30 feet, and then I can see beyond that.
Yeah.
Apparently it's neurological, but they can't, so we can't really do anything.
Yeah, with me it has to be laser eye surgery that they have to fix it with, or it has to be an eye adjustment. It's kind of like this problem right here.
Oh,
I'm not much more higher up off my left leg, so for me I've got back problems and hip problems, and they're like, well, what is it? Did you have hips that broke? No, but I probably have to have them broken, because that's about the only way I'll probably ever figure out that my hips will be aligned.
Bible says you gotta listen hard. That's what I do. You can't see something coming from both ways. Unless your eyes.
Peripheral vision.
Not when it's both ways. You know what I mean?
When there's 2 people behind you, no, you can't see.
I got tunnel vision, but
How do you fix that? You take a device and you put it around yourself and you put mirrors on the side of it.
You can't fix
yeah,
stupid.
the car.
Oh, you can't fix stupid, but stupid can try to fix you.
Yeah, but stupid is like that bike on the bus and everybody else is on there and I don't have a bike no more. I can't even go with my friends no more.
I wouldn't call that stupid, I just call that forgetful.
Yeah, I called the last time and said, no, your bike went down. There was him and me and 4 other people on the bus. I said, where the fuck is bike going? I borrowed it from my friend. I'm like, oh, damn.
No, you know what stupid is?
This one on the bus the other day. Call TriMet. They'll give you that one.
You know what stupid is? Stupid is where forgetfulness, you forget the bike on the bus. Stupid is where you keep forgetting it on the bus.
No, that's insane.
Yeah, that is insane. That's also stupid.
Yeah.
Worth a try.
Yeah, I believe that's the meaning of insanity, where you try and try and try again and
Expect the same result.
No, you end up with the same result, but you keep trying it a different way, but you still get the same result anyway. Or you keep trying the same thing over and over again, hoping for a different result. Either way, it's all the same.
Yeah.
Anti-stupid, stupid, anti-insane, insane, it's all the same thing.
Oh.
Or psychology at its best and its worst.
So what are your plans today after this? You guys...
I gotta go out to the post office and see if I got a package. It may be closed on Sundays, but...
Not for the post office, but...
Yeah, no, it is for the main office, like if you have to go in, like if you get a slip, like in your P.O. box. But the P.O. box itself and the actual building itself is open 24/7. Unless they have an accident or a fire in there, and then it's locked up until they can do repairs. Which wouldn't be good for anybody because, you know, lots of paper and stuff that burns.
Yeah, that's something that you don't really think about a lot.
No, I do. But that's just me. I think a little different than most people. So. Boop, 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 boop. You go do that, you go clean it up, okay?
Okay, yeah. So you think a lot of them got picked up, huh?
I don't know. There's been a lot of people that have been going to jail because of either warrants or you're on the trail and you get a ticket like that and you get a camping ticket. So if you get a camping ticket, it's a $1,000 charge. You're going to either pay the courts or you're going to either do time or you're going to do both. And if you get another one and then a third one, if you get a second one, your chances of going to jail are pretty good. If you get a third one, chances are you're going to jail. There's no chance about it. You're going to jail. So they don't put up with that stuff. There's a time limit between 9 and 10 o'clock to 6 in the morning. 5 or 6 in the morning. And
so you gotta get up and stay moving.
Yeah, if you're not up between that time, you go bye-bye. So, I don't know.
I've been lucky because my hours are 5 to 5. So I'm...
But see, that's the thing, is that you have to, if you're going to be out there on the trail, you have to have your watch set for 5 o'clock in the morning. That means you get your shit, your tent, your whatever, all packed up and either put somewhere or with you. Because, like I said, otherwise you're going to go bye-bye. Or you're going to take it that's going to make you feel like you're going to go bye-bye the next time you get another ticket.
Good to know.
What? And then I guess in Longview it's completely illegal to be homeless. Like, it's completely illegal. If they catch you, you go to jail. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You just go to jail.
You know why? Actually, you do if you think about it.
I don't know. There's a lot of space there.
Living out here,
unoccupied.
I know, but living out here means that landlord isn't getting the revenue to pay the taxes that the city feels they deserve.
Well, see, the problem with landlords is that they're asking for this and too much of this.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people don't have it. Like, if you're living on Social Security or Social Security disability income like I am, which a lot of people do, okay, you don't make enough. At the most, you make what? Maybe 1,200, maybe, and that's at the most. That's if you've got like ever worked before and have another form of income.
Wow.
But at the least most, you get about $700 to $800, maybe even.
You want me to come back there?
And that's just not enough. Even with 2 or 3 people, that's still not enough. Most people just don't have it.
Yeah.
And rent is anywhere up over $1,000 or more, and that's not including the deposit.
Yeah.
The deposit alone is $500 to $1,000 on its own, and then there's the security check, and then there's the credit check. And if you've ever been to jail or you have a misdemeanor or whatever on your record, you're fucked. You could have $1 million in your pocket right now. That credit check will fuck you every time. It will just be an automatic no, denied.
It is pretty automated.
So a lot of people are homeless. That's the result of it. Why? It's not that we choose to be homeless, it's because we are.
Yep.
We just can't do it. There's no way you can afford it. And even if you had a whole bunch of people, there's always that risk, okay, I'm not going to pay this part of the rent. Fuck you, you're on your own. What happens then? You had your person that was supposed to go half and half with you just walk out. Or get kicked out because the landlord for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm. I did the roommate thing, and if you don't get along with them, you're pretty much screwed.
Yeah, you're fucked. In the end, you're fucked either way. It's not good. It's not a good situation.
Well, you give a guy a lot to think about, that's for sure.
Everything I say, I have valid points. That's not the bullshit people. It's because I have valid points. They're real reality checks that people just don't see. You know. Then, like I said, then there's that little bit there that people don't understand. Okay, well, what's the issue?
Always.
Why don't you have this? Bills, Rapid Cash, your phone you gotta pay. If you pulled out anything from Rapid Cash because you know you gotta broke, you
gotta
use up all
survive.
the money, then you're screwed because then you gotta pay Rapid Cash back. Okay, what about phone? Well, you have to have a phone. Everybody has to have a phone. Why? Because if you don't have a phone, you're not even getting a job.
True.
Without a phone or getting away online, like at the library or something, you're not getting a job. You're not getting a place to go. Everything's automated. You can't just go into a place anymore and say, yeah, I'd like an application for a job. Well, no, everything's online right now. Everything's been online for a while.
Yeah, and that's also intentional.
Well, what about paper applications for places to live? Oh, no, sorry, everything's online. Everything's been online for about 12 years.
Yep.
How does that work? Yeah, that's the spot. That's it.
We had
Lots of people do.
we had no.
Probably here. I get around.
I've seen them on the bus.
Where are they listening? Did you have 2 levels?
There's one guy named like,
He's my
No.
friend.
Definitely not my name.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's just, people just don't think about that kind of thing. It's like, okay, so what about getting a job? Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, you don't have an address, you don't have a job.
There's the other thing, okay? Without an address, you can't have a job. Without a job, you can't have an address. So it's like, okay. So what about getting a job? What about job experience? Well, that's something they want you to have. That's something they need you to have. What if you've never had a job? How does that work out? Like, do they train you there on the spot? No, most places don't do that anymore. Most places don't take an apprentice and then type of thing and train you to do that.
Yeah.
They have to have like 5-10 years experience of doing that.
You gotta be.
Well, how are you supposed to get the experience if you don't do the job? If you've never done the job? If you weren't trained to do the job? Like how does it work?
It's a broken system, dude.
It is. It really is.
How you doing, sir?
You know, they expect you to have all this information.
I'm doing good.
You just don't have it. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Vancouver City Morgue. You stab them, we'll slab them. Hey, that's not nice.
It's true, though.
I don't have a
somebody got to do it, right?
Where are you?
He's such a good guy. He does the talking.
Okay, well, I'm here at the church waiting in line.
Let me kiss me in the basketball.
Yeah, because it's funny.
So I'm really gullible.
Yeah. Any day he
How is that kind of rude? That's funny.
he's such a good guy.
Monday, I'm cooking a bunch of stuff out of a Dutch oven at Orchard Park.
That I'm looking for.
He should not be in jail.
Goggles. Monday, I am cooking a bunch of food at Orchard Park. Orchard Park at around noon if you're interested. You too. Feed as many people as I can.
Where's that going to be?
Orchard Park.
When? Where?
The covered area, Orchard Park.
And what day?
Monday.
Which
Tomorrow.
is tomorrow. Where's the... So I ain't got nothing.
Orchard.
Mall? Go from the mall. Catch the 7. Catch the 80. Catch the 74. Okay, it's the stop from the... It's because it's the stop right after the mall. You get off the bus. Okay. Like it's the very, very first stop right there. It's the park right across from the bus stop.
Yeah,
You can't miss it.
right across Fourth Plain
Right.
is a Toyota dealership.
Oh, you're talking about like right there across
Yeah.
the bridge.
Yeah, it's a big park. You can't miss it. There's
a park right there?
There's a car dealership.
It blends in rather well.
Because next to the dealership, there's a place I used to go to called something.
It's
The
right on the,
Exchange.
it's right on the corner.
You ever heard of it?
Okay, so from the mall, there's the freeway, right?
Yeah.
Cross the freeway, okay, going out to Orchards,
Right.
okay? Take a left right there. It's a big wooded area right there. That's the park. That's Orchards Park.
Anyway, you're invited.
It's a big park. It's a big park.
I used to go out there with
I
What time?
around noon.
11, 12, 1? What
I'm
exactly is
cooking.
noon?
I'm cooking with a Dutch oven, so it really,
It'll take a while. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So show up around 10 o'clock and just wait. Got it.
beaten BS. Be prepared to eat. You know.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, if tomorrow's not Monday, then I guess we're all kind of screwed because we're here today on Sunday. So.
Right. I gotta do all that I can. I'm supposed to start a new job next week.
I mean, I guess we could be here on Wednesday and have the same thing happen, but...
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, you're restarting it, so it's still new.
Like I said, I guess we could be here on Wednesday, but last time I checked, tomorrow's not Thursday, so...
Right. All right.
He's adorable.
Hey,
Yeah, I gotta go dodge cars again on the freeway. Going out about 100 miles an hour. Or whatever they
It sounds like fun.
Throwing barrels home.
Well, my birth dad and I came up with this idea because I'm allergic to coffee. I can't do
I
this.
did that. I hated
I
that.
like the money.
Yeah, my birth dad and I came up with it because I'm allergic to coffee. He said, okay, we'll do this one then, okay? So he takes the what is it, Starbucks coffee truck, and I'll go and steal the Krispy Kreme truck, and go side by side down the freeway. Could you imagine that? The cops are chasing a freaking Dunkin' Donuts truck or a coffee truck and a donut truck. Imagine how funny that would be.
Mm.
Dude, it lives up to its reputation. As soon as they get you out, point guns at your head. I'm sorry, did you want one?
Let's get started, but you know, with that job, the people who you work for actually really appreciate you. Like from the bottom of their heart, you know? Because you sacrificing your life for theirs.
Yeah.
You know? So that they can do their job, you know?
I load trucks for a
They
living.
love you.
I get no thanks whatsoever.
You get no things whatsoever?
Nope. I've got 13 minutes from the moment that driver comes in to unload and load that truck and get the next one in. Otherwise, I'm fired.
I get Social Security disability income. I would have to get an under-the-table job. Why? Because if they find out you have a job, you're fired.
Yeah.
They take it from
your
you.
own business.
They take it from you. That's it. There's nothing you can do about it. Then if you own a car, they take that off you too. Then if you own a house, they take that off you too. So it's like,
I'm a 10-year combat veteran, and
doing what exactly? What was your specialty?
Why was you asking that?
Why not? Why not?
intelligence.
Awesome. Why wouldn't I ask that question?
You have quite a few MOSs after 10 years. After 10 years, you have quite a few MOSs, but basically it's real.
Triggering.
But my point is the Veterans Administration is so stretched, so thin. Yeah.
Try more like fuck. Yeah, I know. Why am I saying that? How am I saying that? Because you see all kinds of veterans. I'm not, but you see all kinds of veterans out there, out on the street that are completely homeless. And okay, the first thing that you think is, okay, well, why the hell are you homeless? Well, okay, let's see. I got in trouble with my landlord. I pulled a gun on him because I woke up screaming in my sleep and couldn't get back to sleep, and they were questioning me what the hell's wrong. Okay, yeah, no, you can train a person to shoot a gun, you can take them to war, you can take them in and say, okay, the war is over. To them, the war is never over. The war never stops. You can train them to shoot again, but you can't train them to not shoot the gun. Because as soon as you train them to shoot the gun, that's the first thing that comes to their mind. Okay? An automatic situation happens, boom, it's straight in your head. It's automatic. You pull out your gun. Okay? You see something bad happen, automatically you pull out your gun. Okay? You see someone that is out there on the street that's getting brutally brutal. Okay? The first thing you do is run over there, pull your gun at their head and say, get the hell away from them. Okay? You can take the war away from them, but you can't take the war out of them.
Yeah, it's kind of like the driver's license being a privilege. Excuse me?
Yeah, right?
Like you're going to teach me not to know how to drive now. That was a right.
Or somehow you're going to have to forget how to drive.
Exactly.
I see a lot of the success stories, but that doesn't make up for the ones who still...
But here's my favorite one, okay, is you don't have to have insurance, you don't have to have a driver's license, and you don't have to have anything else, just a car. Why? Because you can get away with telling them, okay, well, I'm not driving it, I'm traveling. And you can get away with that legally. They look at you and they frown at you and they absolutely hate you for it.
What the?
But you can get away with it if you tell them you're traveling. Yeah. That's the truth. You can get away with it by telling you you're traveling.
Me, I'm different. I said this, I'm different. I got nice because I said so. That's just way
There's ways around the system. There's ways around the system.
There are.
And there's lots of really stupid laws. Like one of them is up there in Snohomish County. What's one of that one up there? Well, if you kill a Bigfoot, it's a felony and it's an automatic trip straight to jail. And or if you kill any unknown creature that hasn't yet been identified, you can go to prison and a felony fine.
Yeah, identified.
A liberal. Oh, so if I killed an intelligent liberal?
I'm not saying anything. I plead the fifth.
Not yet been identified, dude.
If you kill one of them, there's a whole colony of them, but they've been unidentified. That's not one of a kind.
What if it bites you?
I don't know. If it tries to kill you, does that give you the right to kill it? Like if you actually find a Bigfoot and it tries to kill you, do you have the right to kill it in self-defense? Do you not get in trouble for it? I don't know. What?
I would just want the footage, honestly.
I don't kill a fly and be fired of nothing. I said, if it bites you, I'm going to kill it. They won't bite me.
I would just want the footage.
Wrong side.
It's just some of the stupid shit, some of the stupid laws.
There's a law in England that supposedly if you entered Parliament in a suit of armor, you are supposed to be sentenced to losing your head.
Yeah.
Well, that's been challenged over and over again. I mean, it's still on the books, but nobody's actually lost their head doing it.
Well, it's kind of the way of saying, here's another one. If you go and you kill a dolphin, because all dolphins within that whole area, from that stretch all the way to Australia, which is still owned by the Queen, if you kill a dolphin, it's an automatic you're dead. They kill you right there on the spot. Because she owns like all dolphins from that point and like all porpoises from that point.
You just listen to Queen.
Hey, I'm going to get food for 6 people.
Awesome.
But I ain't got one of those yet. How much is it for an Uber this to the bus stop?
Uber?
Huh?
It's free.
You do that for me, Uber?
I'll help you.
He's a good man.
I'll help you.
Then I won't hit you with the ugly stick till midnight. On my birthday, I'm going to hit you on my fucking ugly
I
stick
might
on my
enjoy
birthday.
that too much.
You're like, ugly, boom, boom, boom.
I might
3
enjoy that
times.
too much.
Way to stand
Should
up
I
for your
bend
brother,
over and
man.
say, oh?
Don't bend over. Try.
Oh, this is way too wrong.
Hey,
Way too wrong.
hey, corner pocket, bend over. You're giving us this, Eddie. You can act like Stevie Wonder.
No. If you're gonna do it, just make sure you do it right. No, mommy, don't hit me harder. Don't hit me harder, mommy. Daddy does it better like Catholic priest does too.
It's my height, too.
Oh my God. That's just wrong.
I'll get you one of those canes, act like you're blind.
Oh, yeah. But it got you to laugh.
Well, hey. I do his stuff for the side entertainment.
I already got it made. You got a bunch of phone numbers.
Well, one of my favorite ones is people look at
Hopefully along the way I'll have
what
somebody.
exactly can you do? Well, one of my things is I can talk like a chipmunk without having the helium. Helium without the helium. Have you ever heard anybody do that?
I feel better already. I'm taking off this thing. It's hurting my toe, man. Call Joe Mater, will you?
Joe Mater?
I cannot stand the tacos.
This is pretty good.
Do not eat the pistachio ice cream.
Hey, my buddy's got a karaoke machine. Here, I'll sing this one. One thing in life money can't buy, that's true love and homegrown tomatoes. Homegrown tomatoes.
So you go do that, you'll go clean it all up, okay? Have fun with that.
Hey, me and my buddy Lurch, he's like big, right? Bigger than anybody's seen.
Isn't that why you
Nice
have somebody
king.
lurch
He's hairy,
lurch
too.
over you?
So we're going out towards fucking, out towards Canby, Donald, Aurora. Going out.
I've always wondered how they get the curve.
And then a friend of mine, right? He like looked like a lot like you, right?
Steam it?
And the two white guys on each side.
Steam it?
We're in this
Hey,
big
you
truck.
steam wood, huh?
He goes, where are we going?
That's how you get
My
wood
buddy
bent
goes,
like
we're
that.
going
You
to
steam
Quick
it, you gotta take it, and you gotta take, not where it's water, but you take a steamer, and you put it through a process to where it starts to slowly move, and you can mold it, bend it. Unless, of course, you have like unless this isn't solid wood that it's made out of.
I think it is, though.
Hey, I
You can always
one
cut
of
it
the
like
necklaces.
that.
My buddy, he always goes to the jewelry when we kept the storage lockers, the lockers, we take all people's
I tend to
stuff.
take normal sticks and tend to
Just take
turn them
the
into
tools,
stuff
you
like
get a
that.
job and make real money.
I don't tend to buy it. I
Not
tend to
just
make them.
insurance jobs on people, you know? Alright. I'm about ready to
I'll take a natural fruit one and I'll find a way to make
I'll do it. I'll
it.
rob myself.
Yeah.
Call myself in dead or something?
There's your job.
Insurance money?
Thank you.
Market it.
I always said people, hey, if you say
Go to the farmer's market and sell them. You know?
My name's a dickhead. Talking about getting enough money. Buy a poster for my wife. What's your name?
Looks like they're getting started,
Yep.
which is cool because
Oh, there you are.
honestly, I'm kind of hungry.
Hold up. If you need food, like to go out to someplace to live, you get a ticket in this line, and you go back out, and you either get clothes and or food at both of the buildings there outside.
Thank you.
Yep. It's not hard. Once you get used to it, it's pretty no-brainer.
Nice to meet you, Donald. That's generally what I run into. Hey, what was your name? Tony.
Tony, nice to meet you. I'm thinking that I'm making
Probably. Probably. I get around.
If you're on like public transportation or maybe we're going to be on some of the same places.
Probably here. A lot of
So what next? I'm a new volunteer.
Excuse me, do you have a paper towel or something? I'm just wasting some juice.
Also close when.
But I'm a journalist. You might have seen my picture.
I don't have any security, so I'm not saying nothing. Okay.
Okay. So this is the Outreach Center. And it definitely has reached a lot of people. Huh.
What you looking for, hon?
Not much. I'm just hanging out.
1:15, and we'll have a meal. And if you get checking, you can go to the food pantry and go to the clothing. So,
Yeah, it's good to have you here.
yeah, about 1:15, we should serve a hot meal. Today it's kind of a brunch that we're having.
I attended this church when John Bishop was pastor. When did he step down?
5 years ago.
This is the Outreach Center of Living Hope Church. People from all walks of life come here to find answers. And I think today I might have found more than a few. People come here for food. But every now and then. You have a conversion. A rapist finds God. A drug dealer. There's as many stories in this room as there is victories.